Hey, y'all.
What's up? This is Jenna.
I'm Kristen.
And this is, I know. Welcome back.
The podcast.
So today we are going to be doing a pop culture. Oh, this is going to be the first one that comes up. So things may look a little bit different.
Yeah.
We decided, I don't know how many times we can change our decor in a year and a half, but we just kind of, I moved, so we are now in a nice air-conditioned room. So this is our new setup. It's a little more simplified. We got a lot of chaos in our lives, so we just need things that are more simple. So welcome to the new set.
In our next episode, you're probably going to hear a little different of a rendition of this because we thought that was going to be our next upcoming episode, but we decided to do this one instead. So you'll probably hear it twice.
Hence us getting it together.
Yeah.
All right, so we're starting with...
So there's Machine Gun Kelly we're going to talk about, and then we're going to talk about Paris Hilton. Did she carry her own baby? Did she not? What is her child's name? What does it mean? Why did she name the kid that? And then we're going to talk about Selena Gomez quitting social media, but that was just a fake story. She posted 4 hours ago. So.
Although I have been out of it. I've been moving. It's been chaos, so I have no idea what's going on in the world. Kristen's getting me up to date.
Kind of. I've been busy too. But.
Yeah. So we're gonna wing this one. We're gonna use a lot of help. So if we're on the phone, that's why.
We're gonna talk about a little Machine Gun Kelly, Megan Fox cheating.
So what do we want to start with?
Yeah.
Should we start with Selena Gomez? Because I feel like that's the most anticlimactic one.
Yeah. So will you read her caption? She's been posting a lot on social media. I think I actually unfollowed her recently because there was just so many posts happening. And I loved how authentic and fun her posts are. But at the same time, I kind of was like, wow, this is a little overkill.
I think she's been getting a lot of hate because she has lupus. And okay, I
unfollowed her.
Selena Gomez in her I don't know, early 20s or something. And when she was on that Disney show or whatever it was, The Wizards of Waverly Place, when she started her singing career, the girl is gorgeous. Drop dead. I looked like her. Beautiful. Yeah. She, has obviously had health issues. We've talked about that in a past podcast, how she had to have a transplant. Yeah, she has lupus. She was dying. So obviously, I think that's contributing to her physical appearance. She also, though, is heavier. Not fat by any means, but she's definitely heavier than she's ever been. And she got breast implants, which...
Oh, she did?
I definitely don't think you should be getting breast implants if you have lupus. But
I don't know enough about lupus, but...
It's just your body... So lupus is autoimmune, and autoimmune is your body fighting itself. So if you're putting a foreign object into your body, it's going to be fighting itself. So I don't think that's going to help. But regardless, the bigger boobs, the heavier weight, it looks like she's done some stuff to her face, maybe some filler and some Botox, or it's just the lupus and the weight gain. I don't know. Yeah. But people are hating on her Instagram, talking so much shit. Her, I think TikTok too, maybe, or maybe it's Reels that I'm seeing. I don't know, but
that's sad.
I'm wondering if that's why she made this little declaration that she's taking a break from social 4 days ago. And then
she also had some drama on TikTok with Hailey Bieber and Kylie that I have up right here.
Oh, let's hear that.
So it says in a video posted by whatever this is, the TikTok user claimed that Kylie and Hailey were making fun of Selena. The Wizards of Waverly Place alum posted a video on her TikTok story of her eyebrows earlier in the day while saying, "Laminated my brows too much." The TikTok user then said that Kylie posted an Instagram story of her eyebrows while saying, "Accidentally laminated my eyebrows too much." She then posted a picture of her FaceTiming with Hailey with a close-up of their brows with the caption, "This was an accident," with 7 question marks. The TikTok user stated that the whole debacle was like high school. Kylie later responded by commenting on the TikTok, "This is reaching. No shade towards Selena ever. I didn't see her eyebrow posts. You guys are making something out of nothing. This is silly." And then Selena replied back to the comment and said, "Agreed at Kylie Jenner. It's all unnecessary. I'm a fan of Kylie."
Yeah, I tend to think if it was anybody but Kylie, I would probably think that they were making fun of her.
That's what I was just thinking.
Kylie's so anti-drama.
That's what I was just thinking, too.
Yeah, she doesn't even want us to know what her kid looks like, your kid's name. She's so, chill and, cooler than everybody else. I just don't think that she would do that.
I don't think she would do that either.
No. So anyway, Selena Gomez posted 4 hours ago. So she's not taking a social media break. So that's why we said pretty anticlimactic. But, you know, still sad with all the hate she's getting.
I didn't know that she was getting a bunch of hate. How did you find that out?
You can just see it in the comments.
Oh, I unfollowed her.
Yeah, it's just people just being mean, like just saying that she's done too much to her face or what happened to her, or she just doesn't look the same. And she has like a beauty line too, a makeup or beauty line.
Rare Beauty.
Rare. So like she's like doing makeup and stuff.
Speaking of beauty lines, I keep getting letters in the mail from the company that owns Morphe Cosmetics that they filed bankruptcy. So it's legit. Like I have the letters that are coming in the mail because I was an affiliate of theirs, or I don't know. I've been trying to get a hold of them for like a year and no one replies to me. It's very bizarre.
I don't know why. They probably couldn't pay anybody to reply to you.
So that's what the letter is. It's basically saying that we don't owe you anything. So I don't know. I didn't actually understand a lot of what was in the letter. But yeah, they have closed multiple stores and have basically, I mean, this is kind of old news, but they basically have closed stores and then didn't tell any of their employees until sometimes like the day of or the day before, leaving them and this was right before Christmas, with almost like no time to figure out another job. And from a business perspective, you have to figure out where your morals are and do the right thing, because from a business perspective, the reason why they did that, I'm going to assume and guess, is because the moment you tell people that you're closing, they're not going to be there to help you a lot of times until the very last day. They're going to jump ship and go get another job because they need to protect themselves and their family and their livelihood. So I think that if they had told people early that, and I'm not saying this is right or anything, I just think this is why they did it that way, is I think they did that so that they would have help up until the last day and have people working the stores. So I don't know. I really think that they should have just offered to pay everyone a little bit more to hang on and stay with them through the end and just done the right thing. Yeah. And you know what? You're already filing bankruptcy anyway. So if you ended up not having enough people to work to keep your doors open the last few days, like, fuck it. I was actually going to go on their Instagram. I was thinking about it. One of those things that you think about like at night when you can't sleep. I was thinking about last night. I was like, I want to grab my phone and look at Morphe's Instagram to see what people are saying. Like, are they still posting? Are they still selling product? Are people boycotting them because of how they treated their employees? Like, I'm just really curious. Yeah, let me know what you find. I mean, obviously the makeup industry has changed dramatically since the beginning of like Morphe's, like Morphe and NYX opened all of these stores when like beauty influencers were like at the height. Like everyone was excited about new makeup collaborations and new launches, and not that no one cares anymore, but no one cares anymore. So it's been kind of interesting. And so that's why when you said celebrity makeup brand, it made me think I read something that someone forecasted that they think all of the celebrity makeup brands are going to pretty much go out of business soon. And I wouldn't be surprised. Like they're just sticking their name on. I mean, maybe some of them are a little more involved, but from an outside perspective, it's like, you have a makeup company and you have a makeup company and you have a makeup company. And like, did you ever even do your own makeup? Like,
what is Morphe 2?
Morphe 2 is like, supposedly they're more natural line that has like tinted moisturizer.
So they just posted 1 day ago.
Really?
Where Morphe
Regular
brushes. Morphe? I don't know. It just says Morphe brushes. I can't find like Morphe.
Morphe brushes is it. They used to, I think I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they used to just make makeup brushes, and that's kind of how they got started.
Gotcha. Okay, so Morphe brushes that has like 10.3 million hasn't posted since December 27th, which obviously because they were going out of business. But Morphe 2...
They're not going out of business, just bankrupt.
Bankrupt, okay.
So they'll relaunch probably and just don't owe any creditors.
So anything. Morphe 2 is still very much alive, like posting every day.
Wait, so did Morphe brushes. These are pinned. And then you go to this one.
Oh, my bad.
4 hours ago. No negative comments.
Well, maybe they just closed a bunch of stores. Maybe the business, like part of it, the business buildings and things like that, maybe they're still alive and well.
I'm curious what's going to happen next. Like, what are they going to do? Like, it seems like maybe they're just going to rebrand and open again, and then they don't owe their creditors anything.
Yeah. Or maybe even like influencers. Like maybe they owe influencers a shit ton of money, and this is a way to like kind of start over.
I heard in one video that they might owe Jacqueline a lot of money. Apparently they're involved in her brand, and her brands were listed on the sheet that I got in the mail. So it was
Yeah.
like, it listed a couple, and I heard about it in a YouTube video, and it listed her brand and then a couple that said Jaclyn Hill Holdings, whatever. So it had a few in there, and then a couple other companies that they had purchased.
Does she have her own line?
She does, but the owner, the conglomerate who owns Morphe and all of these other brands underneath owns the Jaclyn Hill one too.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure how much of it they own. I don't know the inner workings of their business relationship and contracts, but it's on there. So
Got it.
It's part of what they own. So are they going to file for bankruptcy too? Like, filing for bankruptcy doesn't mean you're closing,
Right.
necessarily. It just means that
There's hardship.
There's hardship, and you somehow get out of that scot-free and don't owe anyone anything.
Right. Yeah.
How wild is that?
I can't even imagine.
What do you guys think? Why do you think they filed for bankruptcy? Did they open stores too fast? Like, what is your take on that?
Yeah,
I'd love
probably
to hear.
online stuff too. I think just everybody's purchasing online. I feel like brick and mortar is just hard to keep stable right now. Nobody wants to go out and get their stuff. They just want it delivered to their doorstep.
Yeah.
Especially since COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to actually do a video about kind of like my life changes and like where I'm at currently as like an influencer and beauty influencer and a mom, and how life has changed, and how like, I mean, I love still putting on makeup, but I used to be really well known for doing like a lot of color, a lot of, colorful makeup looks. And I just don't get that excited for makeup launches anymore. I'm just kind of like, another one. Not that I'm not grateful to get it in the mail or anything, but it's just kind of like, oh, another one, huh? Like,
Yeah.
they're not as exciting.
I think aesthetic procedures are getting more popular now too, like Botox and peels and things like that. So maybe people aren't needing to wear makeup as much. Like, it's more natural, and it's more like, who can get away with not wearing makeup?
Yeah.
And filters help.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think kind of the natural makeup look is kind of like,
It's more popular right now.
I think it's more popular right now too.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of factors that go into it.
It's cyclical. It'll come back.
Yeah.
Probably trying to figure out how to save money and keep their company alive.
Well-
Tough world out there.
Yeah.
Especially with how fast everything's moving these days with social media and the internet. It's like
Yep.
nothing sticks around for too long, you know?
Right. That's true.
Speaking of sticking around for too long, Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, that was quick. But apparently they're still together, right?
Okay.
Or they didn't break up? They did break up?
So here's what I know, and you guys can help fill in the blanks in the comments, because I probably am missing some things. But
We might butcher this.
I have been obsessed with Megan Fox. Her face, I just think she's beautiful. I've heard
Obsessed
she's
with her face.
Yeah, I mean, in her body. I heard that she's kind of a bitch, but anyways, she was kind of like out of the limelight for years. Like, I don't know, maybe like a decade, and then she just kind of came back around and has been hanging out with Kardashians. And so I'm not sure if she's having a midlife crisis. I don't know if she just decided she wanted to be in the limelight. I don't know, and I don't care. But so what I know is that they got engaged last year. They drank each other's blood. I read the caption of that post. I thought that was bizarre. Is she trying to be Angelina Jolie, or like just get written up in tabloids? Like, I don't know what the purpose is. Or maybe she's just kind of quirky like that. Who knows? But so then recently she deleted every single photo of Machine Gun Kelly and her off of her Instagram, and Beyonce lyrics from
I can
the album
taste the
Lemonade.
deception on your lips or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. You can taste the dishonesty. It's all over your breath. And it was just kind of like it got like over 2 million likes.
Yeah, she has no posts. So she deleted everything.
Oh, did she?
Everything's
Okay.
gone.
Megan Fox. Here we go. Oh, wow. I don't follow her either. So yeah, she doesn't follow anyone now, and she has no posts. So then after that, they've been seen leaving couples counseling. And we all know that those lyrics from Beyonce's Lemonade album is because Jay-Z cheated. So,
Dick.
right?
Who cheats on Beyonce? And Megan Fox.
Who cheats on anyone? But I
True,
see
true.
where you're going
Yes.
with this. So then she...
Does Machine Gun Kelly have an Instagram?
I don't know what she sees in that guy. Maybe his personality's great. He just looks like a total tool.
Well, there's a whole thing right now of hot girls with guys that look like they're dying.
Okay, so then she says, after being that dramatic and posting all of that and deleting all the photos of, because before it was just she had deleted photos that he was in on her Instagram. That's all she deleted. So it was very obvious you were pissed off at him, like obviously.
Yeah.
So then she posted, after they were seen leaving couples counseling and, you know, all of that, she posted this, quote, "There has been no third-party interference in this relationship of any kind that includes but is not limited to actual humans, DMs, AI bots, or succubus demons," says the actress. Because he was reported to have cheated. I don't know where this like accusation came from, but supposedly he cheated on her with Sophie, who plays guitar in his band or something.
Yeah,
so I don't know where that came from.
Because somebody said something about that, and she was like, well, maybe I cheated on him with her.
Oh. Huh. And she calls it baseless news stories on her Instagram posts, but it's kind of interesting because it's like, well,
but you posted it.
You led everyone to believe that there was issue because you posted a cryptic message. Yeah. So it is. It's like, no, everyone had every reason to think that you guys broke up or had issues in your relationship if you straight up deleted all of the photos of you guys and posted
and the
dishonesty.
People that are saying that are having her back. Like,
what do you mean?
They're having her back. They're like, oh, he cheated on her, like, we've got her back. But then she's like, I didn't, like, there's no dishonesty, there's no this, there's no cheating. It's like, well, then why are you trying to stir the pot?
Yeah, why'd you
post it on your Instagram?
Right.
Like, if you don't want people to talk about it and you don't want people to put it in the news and stuff like that, then just write it in your diary, not on your Instagram.
Yeah, and so are they together? It basically says, as the couple was captured exiting a relationship counseling office in California that led them to spending Valentine's Day together, as reported in Daily Mail, it seems like they're working on patching things up. So, I don't know. It's got to be really hard to be in a relationship that's so in the public eye, like where everybody's just chiming in about everything and your partner has access to basically whoever they want, whenever they want. Speaking of which, why wouldn't they have a counselor just go to their house?
That's a great point.
Who knows? But what do you guys think? Did he cheat on her? Is there more to the story that we didn't cover that we don't know about?
What do you think?
Very possible. I think they're both fucked up. I think Megan Fox has serious issues.
Yeah.
I think she
can be very demeaning. That's
I don't think she's a nice person.
I think she's extremely intelligent. I think she's very smart, and I think she's very beautiful. And that could probably be hard to not have that go to your head, you know. Well, along with everyone in the world thinking you're rich. Beautiful and you're rich. Yeah. But I could imagine her being very demeaning and being like, why would you think that? You know, and him and men feeling emasculated by this smart, beautiful, powerful woman. And I could see him cheating.
Also, how old is he versus how old she is? Because I
don't know. He looks like he's 12.
I think, let me see what the age difference is. I mean, I think they're quite a bit different in age, which I think could possibly make him even more insecure.
Right. Well, and she acts very mature. He seems like he's a child to me. I don't know. It's an interesting dynamic.
Oh, they're not that far off. They're only 4 years apart. She turned 36.
She's only 36?
Yeah, I thought she was in her early 40s for some reason.
I thought she was 42.
Yeah.
For sure thought she was 42.
42 or 40 also?
42.
42 years old.
Yeah.
It's very specific.
Yes. I don't know. I think of Megan Fox and I think 42.
I think it's bizarre that she doesn't ever talk about or post about her children either. She seems unstable. I don't know. She just seems unstable. Like anybody that's in their 30s that's like being dramatic and deleting a bunch of photos and like posting cryptic messages like needs attention.
Yeah.
Badly. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if she's like missing attention from like being out of the limelight for so many years or what, but maybe I'm being too harsh. I don't know. I just get the sense that she's a little bit psycho.
I mean, there are, like, you kind of nailed it, too. There's a lot of similarities between her and Angelina Jolie.
Like, yeah. Angelina Jolie was abused and...
Yeah, just beautiful women, very intelligent, very, you know, like, she wasn't like a Goldie Hawn or Kate, what's Goldie Hawn's daughter's name?
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson. Like, they're just these bubbly personalities, and Reese Witherspoon, and, you know, like... They're very, like, just subdued, and I don't know. There's, like, something interesting.
Mysterious.
They're mysterious, yeah. I don't know. And they both were into, like, these weird things, but then she had, like, this break with Brad Pitt, and then all of a sudden she's just, like, disappeared, and she's got all these adopted children, and she's trying to save people in all these different countries. So I could probably see Megan Fox doing something like that eventually, just being like, fuck men, I'm done. just gonna focus
I feel
on
like
my
she
kids.
did that for a while because her and her ex-husband divorced at some point. I think they have like 2 kids together or something.
Yeah, but she left him for Machine Gun Kelly.
They had gotten back together. I thought they
were together.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, let me look that up.
I
wasn't following the
let me
drama
know if
of
I'm
that.
wrong, but I'm almost 100% positive they were still married, legally married, and she dating Machine Gun Kelly before their divorce was final.
Let's see. Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, his real name, by the way, is Colson Baker, which is way less exciting, started off their relationship by being coworkers, but it quickly evolved
On
into
his music
something
video,
more.
right?
I guess so.
Yeah.
The Tennessee native, and rap devil singer met on the set of Midnight in Switchgrass in March 2020. At the time, Fox was married to Brian Austin Green. 2 months later, the co-stars were spotted together amid rumors of a split between the Transformers star. They had called it quits after 10 years of marriage. 2 months later, she's crazy. She's crazy. Sorry. I'm sure that maybe their marriage was over a long time ago. I know how that goes. Been there, done that. But 2 months later? You just hanging out together already? When you were, I mean, you're not even divorced by that point, which no shade. I was dating before all my stuff was final, but at least I lived separately. And
Yeah, like give yourself a minute to breathe.
I mean, do what you want, but I'm going to sit over here and judge you a little bit. Privately, not so privately on our little podcast channel. But yeah, I don't know. I just get the sense that she's like a little bit nuts and off her rocker. If you're gonna drink someone's blood, I think you're a little crazy.
Yeah.
So should we talk about the Murdaugh murders? Oh, look at my
I know
hair.
nothing about the
That's
Murdaugh,
cute.
the new Murdaugh stuff.
Okay, so the Murdaugh trials, I was desperately trying to find this morning if they were still going on, when the conclusion of the trial was. I watched Maggie's sister testify. I watched Mr. Murdaugh himself testify.
Lately or from before?
This is going on like as of last week.
Okay. The only thing I have seen is the picture that's circulating of the Murdaugh dude with the tons of snot coming out of his nose. His nose? Nose. His nose.
Did the son testify?
I don't know. I just saw a picture and there's like, he's like leaking snot from his nose.
The old dude?
I think so, yeah.
I saw a video of him where he was like drooling.
Oh, maybe it was drool. I thought it was snot.
I don't know. So I was desperately trying
Either
to
way, it's
find either way, nasty. I was desperately trying to find like the latest and the greatest about everything and watch the recaps and everything. So it might be a little pieced together here, but we did do a podcast episode on the 2020 episode of the Murdaugh murders, and now there is
we'll link that below too.
Yeah, and there's even more unfolding now on Hulu, Netflix, all of that. So it was kind of just like just to go over it quickly, like this family in Georgia, I could be wrong, but somewhere in the South, very rich family. He's a lawyer, is part of a law firm that his grandfather started, I believe, and his 2 sons were just very they got out of any trouble that they got themselves into because of how well the family is with the police and just everybody.
Connected.
Yes, they're very connected. They're funding everyone. So go out one night and drive a boat, and one of the kids on there falls off and dies. The kid gets out of it scot-free, and I don't remember how old he was.
And the maid died.
Yeah, so there's more to that. So their maid supposedly hurt herself falling down the steps of the house, and then later dies. And there was an insurance policy that he took out for this woman that his family knew nothing. Her family knew nothing about. So he basically took the insurance policy out.
That's guilty right there.
Was supposed to give it to this family who just lost their mother, and they're very poor, and keeps it for himself. And they find out about this later as this whole trial and all this stuff is unfolding or whatever. And they're like, we had no idea that there was any money that was supposed to come of this. So
different levels of hell for people like this.
Yeah, so he's basically just a fucking horrible human being. And then turns out that he has been stealing money from clients at the law firm.
Of course, why not?
Yeah, so they fire him, rebrand the law firm. And then somehow he tries to hire someone to shoot him because amongst all of this, he's trying to extract, or maybe he wanted to actually die. I'm not really sure. Apparently it didn't work because he's still alive. His wife, Maggie, and their son ends up dead. But anyways, there was a video that was taken at the dog kennel, and you can hear Mr. Murdaugh's voice. I'm saying Mr. Murdoch because I don't know his name. Is it Alec? Is Alec the dad or the son? I can't remember. I need to probably do some more research if I'm going to talk on a podcast about stuff. Say, yeah, no, we don't know.
Right.
But you can hear his voice on the video. So he was, in fact, at the dog kennels at 8:45 p.m.
At this point, it's like, why don't we just save people's times and taxpayers' dollars and just call this guy guilty, because he is, and let's wrap this shit up. I guess those people like to know the details. Like, that's why there's like a million shows on this kind of stuff. But
well, he's also doing it by jury because he's hoping that they will find him not guilty.
Yeah. It's attempt to make himself appear human. Like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
He's going to probably like plead insanity or something.
And
like
I think
that.
He did a pretty good job on the stand.
I'm going to have to watch it now.
Yeah.
You're making me want to watch it.
I'm just really wondering why no one freaking asked him, why'd you lie about your alibi? When you drove up to your house, you saw their bodies on the ground. If you were there at 8:45 and they were supposedly murdered around 8:50, how did you not see anything going on when you left? You know?
Because he did. Because he did it.
I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm sure there's some of you listening that are thinking, "Oh my gosh, no, that's not the right the right detail or the right name." So I'd love to hear from you guys, like what details you know that we don't know or that I missed or that I didn't see yet. I would love to. I'm kind of following this like as it's happening. We don't like murder shows anyway, so that's probably one reason.
I don't, but I did start watching something because it came on. You know, like when you're watching Netflix or whatever, and then like it finishes the season and then it goes on to a new show.
Oh, I hate how it does that. But yeah.
But I started watching it. It landed on this one that was those kinds of shows. So I did end up watching a bunch the other day.
Oh, really?
And then I also watched this other one, but it's not a reality one. It's just a series, and it's called Why Women Kill.
I saw that. I didn't see it, but I saw it on there.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, but
is it fiction or real?
No, it's fiction. It's kind of like Dead to Me, but kind of vibe. So, too, I know there's also these other murders that have happened in. Is it Ohio? Why can I not remember? The college students.
Oh, yeah.
It's so sad.
I just watched a thing about that.
Yeah, especially with, like, my son's in college, like, in Washington, and my daughter's graduating this year, and these kids are my kids' age, and that guy's going through the trial right now, too. So, I need
to look into that one, because I watched a documentary, like, right after it happened.
Right. Well, and that one's so weird, too, because it's like some of them got killed, some of them didn't.
Yeah, two of them were still alive. Like they didn't hear anything.
It's so weird.
And they didn't come to the police until like 11 a.m. the next day. So I was very confused about that. That was a missing piece for me in that one. I was just like, wait a second. Why did the two get murdered, the boyfriend and girlfriend, and then the other two were alive, but that happened at 3 a.m. and they never heard anything? Like, yeah. I don't know. The whole thing was confusing. They also had a dog in the apartment, too. So you'd think that the dog have like made some serious noise and stuff.
Yeah,
so
interesting.
There's holes for that one for me too. So I want to kind of recap on that and like listen about the trial and yeah, the guy that they found was actually going to school. The guy who was guilty was going to school for criminal defense, I think it was.
He looks like he's freaking old.
Yeah.
So weird. The whole thing's just so sad and so. Like, I think I don't pay attention too much because I can't not picture that being my kids and the way that those parents must feel. Like, oh, God, kill me. Kill me instead.
Yeah. It's awful. It's really, really sad.
We're going to touch on Paris Hilton.
We already did.
I don't think we did.
Oh, you're right. We didn't.
We didn't. We said we were going to, but we didn't.
It's going to be a long one.
Yeah.
Dang, we're shoving a lot of shit in here.
Yes.
So Paris Hilton had a baby. Are you looking up whether she had it herself or
not?
She
didn't. Okay. She did not have
I just saw a photo of her. Someone took a video of her, and I was like, oh, my goodness. She looks amazing. Like, she bounced back.
She didn't post any pictures of her being pregnant, so it's like, obviously she had a surrogate. The 41-year-old, this is in Today, I don't know, it's online. Says the 41-year-old reality TV star told Glamour UK in a story published February 23rd that one reason she went the surrogacy route to have a baby is because she witnessed childbirth and it deterred her when she was in The Simple Life.
So when you were like a child, it scared you, so you didn't want to do it?
She said another reason is because she's scared. I want a family so bad, she told Glamour UK. It's just the physical part of doing it. I'm just so scared. Childbirth and death are the two things that scare me more than anything in the world. And she also talks about experiencing abuse while in high school in Utah made her hesitant to seek medical care that she would need during a pregnancy and childbirth.
That sounds like a made-up thing to put in there to make it so people don't judge you on not wanting to carry your own child. I could be totally wrong. I'm not trying to like downplay abuse or anything, but that's kind of my initial reaction.
That she did one round of IVF because Kim Kardashian told her about it. So I had eggs frozen, she said. Kim told me about surrogacy as well. I'm using the same doctor. I mean, I think if I were to have a baby again, which I'm not, but if I were to, I feel like I would do surrogacy. I just already have so many issues with my body, and I gain weight super easily, and I was not a pleasant, happy, pregnant person.
Yeah, you had really terrible pregnancy experiences.
My body hates it. And again, and I am scared of death. And I've had my body react and respond in a way that like was completely out of my control, and I didn't know why or where it happened. So I feel like I would be scared to, that is something in my brain that I think of is like, I have 2 kids. I don't want to like, so I can kind of get it. But at the same time, like, I think she also doesn't want to ruin her body, which is fine too. Just say that. Like, I don't have to lose the weight. I don't want to have to exercise. So I want to do surrogacy. Go for it.
If it's just about that, I'm trying hard not to judge as someone who has had a child, but to each their own. Like,
Yeah.
if that's what she wants, but it's such a beautiful experience that it's kind of like you missed out on all that because you didn't want to mess up your body. Like, again, I'm trying not to judge because it's not my place, but I am kind of like, I was terrified to actually have a baby too. And then I didn't have the easiest childbirth, but after going through it, I'll be way less scared the next time because I went through it and I got to experience it. And it was such a beautiful thing. So I'm sure she was there for the birth of her child. But I'm just not going to, I'm going to try not to judge on that one because
it would be interesting to do surrogacy and see like what kind of a difference it is. You know what I mean? Like I just wonder, do you feel differently about your child since it didn't like come from you?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess it did, but I don't know. It's
it
interesting.
depends on the person. I think it just really depends on the person. Like, for me, I really wanted to experience that. And so many women can't, which is the other thing that sucks too, is like, I don't know. I'm just going to say nice things because I kind of want to say not nice things about that, but it's really none of my business. Anyway, I should be empowering women to do whatever they want. So I'm gonna shut my mouth.
You can still have your preference. You can still have an opinion, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad saying it all out there, but my initial reaction is I think she made up the abuse thing to make it less about like her just being scared and not wanting to do it. Like, maybe it's a really legitimate big fear of hers to do that, but like it's such a beautiful thing. Like, why the fuck would you not want to experience that? It seems weird to me, but everyone's different.
See, and I can kind of get it because I hated being pregnant so much.
Yeah.
So, like you said,
she didn't even have that experience though. She didn't hate being pregnant.
That's
she
true.
didn't even
That
go
is
through
true,
that.
yeah.
Like, she just straight up didn't want to. Whatever.
Yeah, and I think the older you get, the more that, well, for me personally,
she was 41, I guess. So.
Yeah, I was fearless when I was in my 20s. So thank God I had kids in my 20s because as I get older, I'm scared of everything.
I have gotten more scared of things like flying and things like that. So let's talk about the name real quick. So I thought it was going to be some interesting, odd, off-the-wall name, and it's actually just Phoenix. She said she was looking at, I think it's Phoenix Barron. Barron? That's her grandfather's.
Oh, yeah.
Baron Hilton is her grandfather's name, and that was like her mentor, and they were very close. So I guess she was looking up. It was interesting because the story was kind of all over the place, just like the story she just told about why she didn't want to carry the baby. It was kind of all over the place a little bit, like, oh, it was abuse. Oh, I'm terrified. But this one was kind of interesting too. It was kind of, she was like, said that she was looking at city names and street names and stuff like that. But then she also said, oh, well, also it's Phoenix rises from the ashes, and I want my son to know that there's like disaster and triumph or whatever. So I was just kind of like, okay, we're over here, and then we're over here. I don't know. I don't pay attention to Paris Hilton. Apparently she's super nice, but I don't really give a fuck about Paris Hilton.
I like the name Phoenix. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I think it's cute too.
Yeah. I would like it for a girl too.
Yeah, it's one of those that could be either or.
Yeah. I tend to gravitate towards names like that.
Me too. I love names that could be both. I actually love the name Ryan for a girl or a boy, but because it's my ex-husband's name, that's never going to happen for me.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Yep. I liked the name Isaac, but that was an ex-boyfriend's name, so obviously couldn't do that.
Yeah, it's pretty much out when it's like an ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend or something. Yeah.
Definitely. The Pamela Anderson documentary that just came out.
Oh, I just watched it.
Yeah. Number one, everyone's talking about how drop dead gorgeous, beautiful she was even before the surgeries. Like before the boobs, before the whatever, when Playboy like first reached out to her, I guess.
She looked so different.
So different. Like she almost reminds me of like an Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah.
You know, like when she was younger, like so beautiful. But yeah, super sad. The girl, what'd she say, makes like $4,000 a year off of Baywatch?
Oh my gosh, that's...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what she said. Like, and she didn't like wear makeup throughout the whole documentary. Did you notice that?
Yes, I did notice that.
Yeah, which I guess she said that she didn't do that because if she were to put makeup on, then she would have felt like she needed to like be in character, or she wouldn't have been able to be like as real or authentic. So she just wanted to like just be her.
I thought that was really cool that she did that.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect watching that documentary. I think it was it on Hulu or Netflix?
Oh, I don't remember.
I can't remember. But I didn't think that I would feel so sad for her by the end of it. She just seemed very like, she did her Broadway show and then she just seemed very like unsettled. Like Tommy Lee was a love of her life.
Yeah.
And she just didn't know where to go next or what to do.
I feel like she's, even though she said that she was going to not put on a front, I feel like her being happy is her coping mechanism.
She didn't seem happy to me at all. I felt like I could see right through it. She
like
seemed unhappy.
Yeah, like this very nervous laugh.
Self-deprecating too.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, it's got to be hard to be this sex
sad.
symbol, and that's like what you're known for.
Yeah.
And nobody cares about you anymore, kind of deal. Like,
and she desperately wanted to like be taken seriously, and
that's kind of her own fault, I have to say. Like, she was just like, I just wanted to be seen for more than this. Well, you made your biggest asset your boobs, and you know, like, I can understand that, but like at the same time, like you needed to change what you were doing back then.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to continuously put your sexual front out there, like I feel like that's what you're going to be known for.
Yeah, big risk, big reward. So it would have been a big risk for her to change all of that and have to start reinventing herself. But
don't be shocked when people are like, that's all they see you for.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously humans are dirtbags sometimes, but like if you're always showing your boobs and you're known for being topless and in Playboy and all of that, like of course you're going to be known for it.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely leaned into that. It's not like she tried to fight that stereotype.
And it's not like someone just said that and she continued being that. And you're right, she probably thought she needed to be to continue her career.
Right.
And maybe she didn't. Maybe she did. Who knows? We'll never know.
Yeah. I think it's like okay, well, when I get to this point, or when I get to be this successful, or when I get to make this much money, then I can make that switch, you know? She definitely seems like she's sad. Okay, I think we finally tapped on every single pop culture thing that we were planning on doing.
Yeah, all in one episode.
Yeah, an hour later.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
all right, maybe we'll break it up. We'll see.
Well,
anything else we left out?
There's probably some things, but thanks for watching, guys, or listening.
Yeah. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.